Welcome back to ETB Extra on the ETB Sports Net at GoETBTires.com, broadcasting live from CC's Pizza each Wednesday, where you can have the buffet and the drink for just $5. Now we're joined by the head coach of Tigers softball, Janae Shirley. And, Coach, you finally got to get out on the field last weekend, and I think it was pretty successful, wouldn't you say? Sorry, I didn't turn your microphone on. I do that sometimes.
We did, and the girls did. They played well. That first game, we were kind of shaky. It looked like we had some nerves to get out of there. But, after that first game, they kind of hit the ground running and, didn't look back. So they did well.
Let's talk about that weekend series against Hardin-Simmons, and it went very well, especially for your pitcher. Shelby Parker got the opening season win with a great outing, and then Kelly Jo McClendon pitched games 2 and 3 game with a doubleheader was on Friday, and the single game on Saturday. So she picked the second game on Friday and pitched a no-hitter on the game Saturday, right?
Right. She threw the ball really well this weekend. We're in a great position this year. We have 2 veteran pitchers coming in who have thrown a lot of games for us. Shelby's the all-time strikeout leader, wins leader. Like, she's broken a lot of records for us. So, just having the experience that they have has definitely helped us, start the season right off with those 2 kids.
And, of course, with Kelly Jo McClendon's performance over the weekend, she was named the ASC Player of the Week, the Pitcher of the Week. Kind of talk more about her and her performances in those games that she pitched to get this honor.
Yeah, Kelly Jo just really did a great job against Hardin-Simmons. She, both those kids, neither one of them, I think we had 1 walk all weekend, which is great for 3 games. They give us a chance when they get on the mound, and Kelly Jo did a great job in Game 2 and Game 3 of just making it hard for them to get on base. And, when you do that as a pitcher, it's just our job as a team to get runs for you, and the girls did that for her.
So the Tigers start out the 2015 campaign 3-0. Of course, they played Hardin-Simmons, so they're top of the ASC standings. And I noticed in the box score of Game 1, little Mallory Westbrook got a home run.
Yes, she
I kind of went, whoa, how did she do that?
Yeah, we were, I've had a lot of people tell me if they were to place bets on who was going to get the first home run of
it wouldn't have been Mallory.
This season, it wouldn't have been Mallory. A lot of people would have lost a lot of money. But Mallory actually started off her career at ETBU in the fall of her freshman year with a home run, and that's the last one that she's hit for us. It's just kind of, I guess, everything's gone full circle, and she started off. But yeah, she got a dinger for us.
It was a 3-run homer, and the report said it was a towering shot over the left field fence. Was it a towering shot?
It wasn't really a towering shot, but it was over the fence.
So congratulations to Mallory. I just got to pick on her. If you ever see Mallory Westbrook play and her twin sister, they're not the tallest person on the team, not be the shortest on the team, and for her to be able to power one out at Taylor Field, I wish I could have been there to see that. That's a great moment for her, and so you can always talk about the rest of her career. Now, in Game 2, Kelly Jo pitched, winning pitcher. In Games 2 and 3 against Hardin-Simmons, you ruled them on both times. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I know the win's a good thing, but don't you want to play those extra innings, or maybe not?
No, I think, we're at the point of the season to where, any extra innings is more innings that our pitchers have to pitch. And so I think we're good with the run rules, and it, saved Kelly Jo from having to throw 6 extra innings. So
I never thought about that. It's a long season.
I guess 4 extra
I
innings.
never thought about it. It's a long season. So, hey, if we get some early games like this, it's a chance to be more restful at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's move on to the next task at hand. It's a non-conference game Sunday. It's the annual Strikeout Cancer Game. Chapman University from Orange, California is coming in to Taylor Field. First of all, let's talk about not the game itself, but your emphasis in bringing awareness to cancer and all that happens to families when that happens.
Yeah, several years ago, it's probably been 5 years, we had a couple of girls on the team that parents were currently battling cancer. Both my mom and sister have had cancer. So I think it's something from the beginning that has really touched a lot of people in our program. And so we all came together and they decided they wanted to do something to help the ETBU family. And so what we've done is there's a on-campus cancer fund that the softball team and now the men's basketball team has helped us out with this too, raise money for it, and we're able to basically help financially with, faculty, staff, students, or family members of those 3 when they're battling cancer. And so we've been able to help a lot of people, and Our girls are really passionate about it, and so it's been a great thing for us.
It has, and my family has experienced it. My father-in-law passed away of cancer this past September, but when we first got the diagnosis and things were going bad, he received a check from that fund, and it brought him to tears, Jay, and he called me and said, "Why did they do this? Why?" And I said, "Well, someone found out that you have cancer, and they wanted to help out with some expenses of some drugs." And he said, he died at the age of 87, and he said, well, no one's ever reached out to me like that before. So it makes a difference in what you're doing with that cancer fund.
Yeah, and it's not, we aren't able to give them a whole lot of money, but in instances like that, every little bit can help, and whether it be purchasing a wig or, even just getting a break and being able to get away and go eat with your family or something like that, that's stuff that, they aren't able to do with the situation they're in right now. So anything that we can provide for them, outside of just praying for them on a regular basis, that's something that, our girls have been really pleased to be able to do for people.
Strikeout Cancer game is Sunday, 2 and 4 p.m. doubleheader against Chapman University. Kind of tell me some of the festivities that surround that. There's some fundraisers happening with that.
Right. Leading up to the game, starting around 1:15, we'll have a silent auction set up. There will be all kinds of ETBU gear. We'll have basketball stuff, football stuff, softball stuff that they can place bids on. We'll have T-shirts and socks that will be for sale that all have the ETBU Strikeout Cancer logo on them. And all the proceeds to that goes directly into the fund. We also have a former ETBU player, Angela Gonzalez, who currently works for I Go Pink Foundation, and she'll be up with that organization, and they'll be they'll have their booth set up and kind of raising awareness of their organization also.
Of course, if you follow Tiger softball, you know how good a player Angela Gonzalez was. Matter of fact, she hit behind Allison Radcliffe, which she got a lot of good pitches because they usually walked Allison to pitch to Angela. It's going to be good to see her, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Angela has been a great friend of mine for a long time, and, she's still actively involved in softball, but she was one of the great players of ETBU softball. She's an All-American for the program, and it'll be great to see her back here on campus, in serving a different role. So we're excited.
Well, one last question. You bring in Chapman University, and I'm kind of curious, how did you know about this team? How did this game come about, bring them in? I know they play in the same conference with Claremont Mudscripts.
Right. Well, we're all in the same region, which it's kind of messed up that it's like that. But I'm on a committee with the Chapman coach, the regional committee, and so through a lot of conversations that we had being on this committee, she had decided she wanted to come down for a trip, and it worked out great for them. They come down for 4 days and play us. UT Tyler and UT Dallas, I believe. So, that's a good trip for them to get a lot of in-region games, and they can do it fairly quickly. Usually they come this way because the weather's still good, but
lately.
Yeah, she's, I talked to her the other day, and she's, holding her breath, but we'll see what we can make happen.
Any final thing you'd like to say, Coach, before I let you go?
No.
All right. We'll visit with Janae, Shirley, head softball coach at ETBU. Always a pleasure to visit with you on ETBU Extra. And we'll see you next week, I hope, after another Tiger victory as you host Chapman Sunday, 2 and 4 p.m. It's the annual Strikeout Cancer game at Taylor Field. If you can't be there, look on the website and follow along the live stats how the Tigers are doing. All right, coming up next on ETBU Extra, we're going to talk Tiger baseball with Jared Hood, the head baseball coach here at East Texas Baptist University. You're listening to ETBU Extra on the ETBU Sportsnet at goetbtigers.com. Back with more in just a moment from CC's Pizza in Marshall, Texas.
We've all faced